Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of the 30 days of blog marketing. And today, marketing world, online business world for a while, you've probably heard people talk about having a customer avatar. And in the corporate world, we always call these buyer personas. And that's essentially your ideal customer, and it's kind of a bio. So you're building out like this bio of what that perfect customer looks like. So I want to talk about why that's important and why that's really essential for building your blog and growing and marketing your blog. So again, this is day 3. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I want you to click subscribe below this video so that you get notified every time I go live to share another one of these new days of the 30 days of blog marketing. And then once you check out my channel, you can also check out the playlist. I've created a special playlist just for these videos so you can watch every day of the 30 days of blog marketing. Okay, so let's get started. So why do you need to identify your ideal customer? Now, first and foremost, it really helps you focus your blog and your content. So if you don't know who your ideal customer is, you don't really know how to even reach them in the first place. So let me give an example. Okay, so maybe you are a fitness blogger and you share content about different workouts and food and nutrition and how to lose weight. There's a wide variety of people that you can appeal to. And actually in day 2, in the previous video, I talked about kind of niching down. And so defining your niche also comes into play with your ideal customer and knowing who that ideal customer is. So if you're a fitness blogger, there's a lot of different ideal customers that you could have. Maybe you are wanting to appeal to men, and maybe it's working men who have, very limited time. Or maybe it's a stay-at-home dad where they're trying to work in fitness with running their household. Or maybe on the flip side, you are trying to reach working moms, or maybe even single females in their 20s. So you really need to narrow it down, because the content that you're going to provide for the stay-at-home dad versus the female in her 20s, the working female in her 20s, it's going to be totally different. And the type of workout that you provide them and the type of nutrition advice that you provide them is going to be completely different. So that's why it's important to define your niche and then to identify that ideal customer within your niche. So do you see how, if you're a fitness blogger, or that if you don't know who the ideal customer is, it's really hard to define what type of workouts you're going to create, what type of content you're going to create. And this applies to any niche. I mean, we could talk about applying it to gardening, to real estate, to chiropractors, to people like myself who talk about marketing and business and blogging. So no matter what your niche is, what your industry is, you need to figure out who that ideal customer is, because really whatever it is that you're sharing about, there's a wide variety of people that you can be helping. But you need to identify who is that perfect person. Who is that one type of person that you really want to reach, that you can really make a difference in their lives? And then once you know that, then you can narrow your content to speak directly to them. And then you can also focus your marketing efforts to reach them. So I have a lot of people that ask all the time, which social media platforms should I be on? And first of all, I always recommend just start with one, choose one, don't be on all the platforms. But how do you even select that one? Well, first of all, you need to know your ideal customer, because if you just jump on Instagram because you think that, or you hear that that's where everybody's going, everybody's on Instagram, you have to be on Instagram. Well, that's great and all, but maybe your ideal customer is not on Instagram. If you are a construction company, maybe that's not where your customers are hanging out at. Maybe your customers are on LinkedIn. Maybe your customers are on Facebook. Maybe they're, maybe they're on, I don't know, Snapchat, whatever it is, you need to know who that ideal customer is so that then you can figure out where they're hanging out at. What types of things are they looking for? What problems are they having? When your ideal customer goes to Google, or they go out to Pinterest or YouTube or any search engine for that matter, what problems are they typing into the search bar that they're looking for solutions to? So once you know that ideal customer, you can then figure out, okay, what are their pain points? What are their challenges? How can I solve those challenges? And then how can I create content that will speak to them? And then where can I go to reach them to drive them back to my website? All of your copy, everything on your website, all of your opt-in forms, all of your freebies, everything that you create, everything that you build in your business can all revolve around this ideal customer, speaking to them, reaching to them, and addressing their challenges and their pain points. And another good reason why it's important to identify your ideal customer is to optimize your conversion rates. Now, this sounds kind of complicated, but I promise it's not. I just did a live video training with Liz Carter. She's a business transformation coach. I just did a training with her this morning, and we were talking about list building and email nurturing and sales funnels. And I asked Liz, what's a good realistic conversion rate for landing pages? Because you hear people say anything from 5% to 75%, and that's a really wide range there. And so I wanted to know, in her experience, what she thought was a realistic conversion rate. And she made such a good point. And she talked about, your conversion rate can be higher as long as you're reaching that ideal customer. And that really kind of set off a light bulb. I thought, gosh, that's so true. I think so many people might be disappointed that my landing page is only converting at 10%. And, they hear about these people who are converting at 50 and 60%. Well, the reason those people are converting so high is because they know exactly who their ideal customer is, and they are reaching and targeting that person. And so everyone that comes to that landing page is essentially their ideal customer. And so if you're just sending a bunch of people, and you're throwing out random posts on Facebook to friends and family, or you're just throwing out random stuff and you're not being clear and specific about who you're trying to reach and what problem you're trying to solve, your conversion rates are going to be a lot lower. So that's another great reason to identify your ideal customer, because then you can optimize everything that you're doing in your business to that person, and your conversion rates are just going to skyrocket from there. Your retention rates, if you get people on your email list, and as long as, if they're your ideal customer and you're targeting them and you're providing specific content, specific training, specific resources for that person, your retention rates are going to be a lot higher. And that's another reason too why it's important to niche down, which I didn't really address in yesterday's video in day 2. And, if you have that specific niche and it's very clear what it is that you're teaching and you're clear about your ideal customer, your conversion rates are going to be higher, your retention rates are going to be higher. If someone comes on your email list and you're sending out content about gluten-free recipes one day, and then you're sending content about, ketogenic diets the next day, and then the next day it's all about makeup tips, or hair gloss. I don't know. I'm not a fashion and makeup person, but if your content is just kind of sporadic and all over the place, you're going to lose people along the way. Your retention rates are going to go down. Your conversion rates are going to go down. You need to have something very specific. So a specific niche and a specific customer that you're reaching in order to reach more people. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, right? So you need to basically have less content or less types of content, fewer topics in order to reach more people. Because again, once you know exactly who you're trying to reach, it makes your marketing so much easier. So now you know, okay, I want to reach this specific person, and this is where they hang out. This is the type of stuff they're interested in. These are the magazines they read, the books they read, the blogs they visit. Now you know exactly how to find them, where to find them, what type of content to create to find them. Okay, so that's why it is so important to identify your ideal customer. Okay, so that is it for today, day 3. Tomorrow in day 4, I'm going to teach you how to actually create your buyer persona, or as people call them, your customer avatar for your blog. So I'm going to share a template for you that will help you create that ideal customer, that profile of what that person looks like, to help you now go out and find them for your blog. Okay, so make sure that you subscribe below. Click the subscribe button on this video or below this video so that you get notified every time I go live and share a new video for the 30 days of blog marketing. And then you can also head over to my website at angiegensler.com, where I will have some free resources to help you build your blog and your business. And just head out there and you'll get full access to my freebies library. So I will see you tomorrow in the next video.